Hey, it's Steve with Breck DIY. We've got a pfister shower head here that we're going to change out our cartridge. The handle is actually pretty tough to turn, so if you change it out with a different style cartridge, it's a lot easier. And I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this, take out the 4 screws, pull the unit out, put this one in, but before we do that, we need to shut off the water so we don't get soaked. So here's our shut-off panel right here with our hot and cold. We'll go ahead and shut those down, and then we're going to go and bleed the water out of the sink. So now that we shut the water off, we're going to come out here and make sure there's no water in the system. See how hard that is to turn? It takes quite a bit of force to actually turn that. When we're done with this video here, literally I'll take one finger, no problem. Simple, easy fix, 10-15 minutes, we're good to go. You'll need a screwdriver, or I'm cheating, so I'm using my drill to take out them 4 screws. But here we go. Undo this guy. Set that aside. We're going to remove this screw. Take this off. Remove these 2 screws. We got 4 screws behind us. We'll pull the whole cartridge out, and we'll talk a little bit more of what we got going on. Set that aside. Pull that guy all the way out. I like to take one of the screws that I had previously in here and actually put it back in a little bit, because this ring, once we pull this out, this ring could drop down and we don't want that. So now we're going to remove these 4 screws here, and we can take out the whole entire cartridge. Make sure not to drop any of these screws. Which is a little more difficult when I'm holding my phone, so hopefully I don't drop them. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out before I drop any of these screws though, so I'll be back in a second. Now that I got all 4 screws out safely without dropping them, you just grab a hold of this and kind of wiggle it, and the whole thing will come out. A little water will come out, no big deal. See, a little water come out. A little water comes out the drain. Just keep wiggling it until she's free. We're going to need this collar to put on the other one, and we're also going to need this to transfer to the other one. But this is our cartridge here. There's a filter. It's got some gunk on the other side, so that'll slow down your water flow. And this will be our new one. Go ahead and throw that back into place. Whoops, I put it in upside down. So we'll go ahead and throw that one in there. We need to take this off the other one that was existing. We'll put that on later. We will need our little collar that goes back on. Sorry. Line up our holes, which is a little more difficult with one hand. And I'm going to put these 4 screws in. I'm going to set the phone down and then pick it back up in a second. Alright, I got the screws in. You want to make sure that you put it in properly and you got your letters on the top. That's your scalding. So we're going to go ahead and put this back. Replace this guy. Grab our cover, put that back, grab our knob. So now I took the plastic piece off the other side and threaded it back in halfway as a replacement. And then we'll screw it back in and turn our water back on, and we will be done. Make sure we're straight up and down. Thread it till it stops. Until it's tight. And then see how much easier that is. Now we'll go and turn our water back on, and we're done. So we're back at our water shut off. Go ahead and turn our hot and our cold back on. Replace our panel. So now that we've turned our water back on, go ahead and make sure our hot and our cold are working just fine. They seem to be good. And that is how you change out this cartridge for a more efficient cartridge. Steve with Breck DIY. Thank you.